Should I talk about this in depth or just... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Queen Sidem. Welcome. And today I'm so happy that we're finally doing this video. If you've been following my story, you know that my beautiful baby is already here. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to talk in the present tense. So you're here to talk with me about your first trimester, or maybe you want to compare your trimester to mine. Maybe you want to try to guess what gender you have, if you believe in all the old wives' tales. I don't know, but I'm so happy you guys are here watching this video. Before we get into it, just hit the subscribe button, please. Oh wait, no. Also, grab a drink. I'm drinking water right now. And a snack. I'm not gonna eat during this video because like the mukbang thing, like I can't get jiggy with it. I don't know. But yeah, so let's get right into the first trimester, because when I say that trimester took me out, the first trimester, man, that's like alright, let's just jump right into Wagwan. Okay, so the first trimester, like a lot of people say that this is the hardest one. For me, yes, it was. Yeah, I think it was. Like, despite everything, first trimester was the hardest. I'm gonna be looking at my phone for notes on how it was for me, just so I could make sure I'm giving you guys accurate information, because obviously a lot of time has passed. Okay, so I just want to make it clear that all the notes and bits I'm giving you about this experience, it's just my own. Yours might be different, yours might be similar, I don't know. Just remember that when I'm talking, I'm just talking about my experience. Okay, my. Okay, the first trimester, that's the trimester where you first find out you're pregnant and life hits you fast. Life hits you crazy, like crazy. So of course we're going to talk about the nausea, the vomiting, morning sickness. Some people don't have morning sickness. I had morning sickness. I had all day sickness. Okay, morning sickness didn't only happen in the morning for me. It happened in the afternoon, in the evening, midnight, middle of my sleep, middle of the daytime, anytime it wanted to, when I'm driving in a car. Morning sickness was all day for me. Oh, I said I'm going to speak in the present tense. Okay, we're going to do this over. So right now I'm having like crazy morning sickness all day long, and just like the thought of food would make me want to throw up, and I would actually throw up. And me, I hate these strings. Okay, I hate throwing up. Like, you know, when you get hungover and drunk and you have to throw up, I'll be the person crying like, I don't want to throw up, I don't want to throw up. I don't like it. It's not for me. Yeah, so I threw up all day long. People were giving me so many suggestions. When you're pregnant, just know that the advice is gonna come pouring in, whether you like it or not, whether it annoys you or not. Nobody's ever gonna stop it. Everyone's gonna give you advice, and you're gonna hear like 10 different versions of the same thing.
Why'd you push your sister? You wanna go home now? Aww.
That's just what comes with it. You gotta learn how to just, you know, take it. But everyone was telling me what to drink, what to eat. This will help you. Nothing helped me. I threw up everything. Even water, threw it up. Ginger ale, threw it up. Tea, crackers, bread, everything under the sun, I threw it up. So I lost maybe 10 pounds in my first trimester, which is very rapid. Like, I was getting a little thick over the summer. And then I became pregnant, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to get crazy thick. No, sis. Like, I was dropping weight. So, like, I want to say I didn't really start eating until maybe my 6th month. The first trimester was so crazy for me, like, diet wise. And I'm telling the doctors, I went to see a nutritionist, so many different people, like, I don't want to hurt my baby, but I cannot take food in, like, is my baby starving? And they were like, no, and whatever I eat, the baby takes it first. So even if I only ate a little bit, I would be the one hungry, not the baby, supposedly. I don't know, but they basically told me that it's okay, still try, even if you like a little taste of something and it might be unhealthy, but if you're not eating, eat that little taste of something that's unhealthy, okay? Because that's something. Don't quote me on that. I never said that, okay? That's just my experience. That's what I had to do. So, like, I would have like one day where I would crave something really bad, and usually it was pizza and Sprite, and that's like really towards my 5th month. Months 1 through 4, like, I tried Ensure, I tried everything. I threw it up. It was to a point where I was just eating, throwing up. Then I was like not eating and just shoving Ensures down so I could have something in my body, knowing I'm gonna throw it up. So it was just getting skinnier. It's like you can't really talk about that because pregnancy is so different for everyone, and everyone's emotions are on 10, and it's like you don't want to complain about, like, oh, I'm losing weight, when people are complaining about gaining weight. So it's just like, I don't know, it was really awkward. I was like, mentally, I was like, I'm so skinny, none of my clothes fit, which is not a big problem, which sounds pretty vain, but in my heart, it hurt my feelings, and you're not going to invalidate those feelings, okay? I was very sad that I was dropping weight like that. Heightened sense of smell. It could be downstairs. You could start spraying Windex on your mirror downstairs, and I will be upstairs like, who is using Windex? Why? And everybody would be like, what are you talking about? And they would search, like, through, this is at like other people's house, and like, oh, this person all the way over here, you smell that? So your sense of smell, all your senses are like heightened, and people are gonna think you're going crazy when you talk about it, like you got superpowers. Yes, you do. You about to be a mom, and stuff is happening. Yeah. So my first trimester, I was already waddling. I don't know if it has to do with my size or just strictly my pelvic area. I was waddling at like 3 months. I'm walking like this. I'm telling everyone, like, yo, this doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm 9 months right now, the way I have to walk. Like, my pelvic area doesn't feel right. And everyone's like, girl, it's because you're skinny. And then my second trimester was something totally different, but okay. We're just talking about the first one right now, because I'm talking as if I'm going through it right now. So yeah, I was waddling early. My pelvic area was very uncomfortable. I wasn't eating. I was throwing up all the time.
2 hours later.
Okay, we're back. So something else that happened was hair. Should I talk about this in depth or just... Okay. So, like, I was getting... First of all, I'm naturally a hairy girl. Like... That's all I could say. Like, my arms... Alright. The thing that happened in the first trimester, was under my navel. So, like, usually it's like a... like just a... little trail, and you take care of that before you go anywhere, before you could wear a bikini or just in your house, whatever. That thing turned like this all down, and I'm like, what is this? Why is this so hairy? Like, And then like it started popping up in a whole bunch of other places on my body. We're not gonna go into details because I feel like I said too much already and y'all about to talk, so we're gonna leave it at that. I got super hairy. Nothing too crazy happened, aside from the nausea. That was the biggest deal. So like the mood swings, child. Stuff that you could handle before, like you just cannot handle. Some people can. I personally could not. And it was just like a ticking time bomb. Like everything set me off. And everything made me cry. And everything made me like scared. Like it's just so much emotionally. Like usually I can compartmentalize and I can fix everything and I can have everything organized and everything in my head I'm talking about. We're not talking about tangible stuff here. We're talking about just thoughts. When you're pregnant, that first trimester, like, that's what your brain is like. So, like, the stuff that I usually would just brush off or distract myself and get over with, no, that was all over. It moved to the front. The stuff that wouldn't hurt me, but I would, like, kind of move past it. Like, wow, that really hurt me. I'm going to tell you about yourself, and then I'm going to keep moving. No, it hurt me, like, crushed my world, and then made me think that I'm gonna explode. Like the way I'm acting right now, trying to explain it to you, is the way my mind was every single day, 24/7. And then you factor in having a baby, and then you're like, no, you can't be too sad, because then your baby's gonna be a crybaby. Like your emotions gonna rub off on your baby, and then you're gonna have a crybaby baby, and then you're not a good mom because now you couldn't control your emotions when you were pregnant. Like it's so much pressure mentally, like when it just comes at you so fast, and it's so hard to remember all those steps to having good emotional intelligence and good control of your reactions and the way you think and your perception. And all of that went through the window. And then after it went through the window and I would go through these phases, I would guilt trip myself, like, why are you doing this? This is not healthy. When you're stressed out, it releases hormones that go to your baby. Like, it's not a myth, it's true, it's science. I would be mad, and then I would be mad at the fact that I got mad because I know that this is going to be harmful, and then I would be sad that I was doing stuff that was harmful when it was out of my control, because literally the baby produces so many new chemicals in your body that you cannot, well, I could not handle anything. So like, find your partner, whether it's your child's father, whether it's your mom, whether it's your best friend, whether it's a doula. I don't think people get them in the first trimester, but it could be a therapist. Meet somebody at church, find a Facebook group, somebody that you can talk to during this first trimester, because it's a lot and it's new and you hear about it, you research it. When you're going through it, it's a lot. And I don't want you to think that I was like depressed. I wasn't depressed. It was just life coming at me fast and me realizing that I'm so used to being so in control, and now I can't. And your friends might be like, yo, like, are you good? Like, why you have an attitude? Why are you so upset? Or why are you still harping on this? This is so minuscule. Like, friends, you just gotta let us chat. Like, let us go through these phases, and after we pop our baby out, we're gonna be like, yo, I was tripping, but you held it down, sis. Yeah. And sometimes people are gonna say stuff that sends you flying off. They don't know. They don't realize that you can't let stuff slide right now, that you don't know how to get all that stuff in order like you usually do. They're not thinking that. People forget that, and they say stuff that might be insensitive, and it's part of this journey of motherhood, and it's worth it. All this craziness, all this throwing up, diet going crazy, image changing, mental, like, It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Now, like, nothing can phase me. Like, when you have your, by the time you have your baby, nothing, nobody can phase you. Like, any problems you have, who cares? You could have 0 friends, and before it broke your heart, by the time you have your baby, you're like, I don't care. We're good. Like, it really prepares you. It's really not done in vain. But just be aware that it's okay. It is okay. It is okay. Because it happens to a lot of us. Baby blues is a thing, and the first trimester for some people are the best trimesters. They don't throw up. They're not. They have a great support system. They're not spiraling. You can have a beautiful first trimester. That was mine, and it was hard for me. I was more so happy that I could have a baby because I didn't know if I could or couldn't. So that was the best. That was like my reminder, like, you carrying a baby, girl. You making it through this. You defying the odds, like. So I would just be happy about that. I would reel myself in. By the second trimester, oh, we're talking in the present. Okay, let me just say it. I already started. By the second trimester, I was not as much of an emotional wreck. I was already so much stronger. So it's like, you go through some obstacles, but in the end, you come out like a warrior because, like, nothing can phase me. And okay, so finding your OB, like, I always heard the term OBGYN, and I didn't really know what OB stood for. When you have a baby, you stop seeing your OBGYN, you start seeing your OB, and this is someone who delivers your child. And sometimes your GYN does work as an OB, so it could be that person who's been following you throughout your reproductive health journey, and that would be great. Mine personally retired in the OB field. They were my GYN, but they retired in the OB field. So it was like, what? You're not delivering my baby? What? It was a little bit disappointing. So make sure you ask. Even if it says it on ZocDoc, like, even if their title says it, their business card says it, still ask them, like, are you still an OB? Because I'm not pregnant. No. So then I had to do a search for a whole new OB, and that search was ridiculous, but that's more because I'm a perfectionist and I'm not playing with the care for my baby and the care for myself. This is something that you do not joke around with. Like, when you're choosing your OB, you're choosing your hospital, you're choosing where you want to deliver your baby, you have to make sacrifices to have the best care that you can have. Like, whether it's really far, whether it's the doctor, like, you can't opt for the convenient route. You have to do with what's best, because it's a very serious thing. If you have to change your doctor, don't feel bad. I had to change my doctor a few times, and I found a perfect one. You want one that sits with you and talks with you and answers your questions and does not make you feel dumb for asking questions. Like, if you come off condescending, like, I'm gonna let you know, like, oh, I'm not asking questions for fun. I'm asking because I genuinely want to know and I want to be informed on this journey. Like, let it be known you're catching on to the little. But my doctors were great. They were very kind. They never made me feel like I was asking a silly question. And they sat with me. They introduced me to a nutritionist. We went over diet options. And I was super excited. Yeah, just know, like, I traveled for my appointments. Like, every single appointment I had to travel because I didn't want to go to the hospital that was near me. The office that was near me. I wanted to get the best care, so I went pretty far. And you can, like, go to one that's local. I just didn't want to, so I went in a completely different neighborhood. No parking, trooped it, walking from the parking space, pregnant. And I recommend that, choosing the best care, because you want this experience to be fun and joyful. First it was like kind of miserable, and I'm like, when am I gonna, one of the OBs, like, I didn't even meet her yet. I came there for a checkup and she sent like a GYN to check me out. She was like, the OB's really busy right now, but I'll speak with you. And I was like, okay. And then I came again for another appointment and she was like, oh, I'm just gonna do the check-in with you. And I was like, when am I gonna meet her? And then they brought me to her and I was like, hello. And she was like, hey. And then she continued her conversation with someone else and I was like, no. So some people will be transactional with you and they might be the greatest doctor ever. Sometimes those people know what they're doing and they take it very seriously and they're just pretty hard on the bedside manner. So you might be fine. I personally, I want all three parts. I want my cake, I want to eat it too, I want best of both worlds, I want everything. Good bedside manner, great at what you do, high risk, like I want you to do all of it. So you could be high maintenance if you want to, because don't play when it comes to your baby and your health. Make sure, like if you're in your 20th week, make sure you let the ultrasound technician know that you do not want to know the gender if you're doing a gender reveal, because some of them just say it without thinking, and you just gotta always let them know and let your OB know, like, I don't want to know the gender, please tell me if I have to look away. That's about it. Hopefully this video helped you. I hope that we feel like sister moms, and let me know if you went through any things that I went through. Let me know if yours was totally different. I love to chat about it. And if you're a new mom and you're watching this, wishing you the best on your journey. This is gonna be the best thing of your life, no matter what. Like, you're gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I did that. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, show some love, give me the thumbs up, and stay tuned for more.